Breaking update, the baby war has gone nuclear 2 minutes ago. Fists, shade, and pure chaos flew across Instagram Live. And now it's official. Chrisean Rock and Tia Kemp are in an all-out war. And this time, it's not just internet beef, it's personal. It's public. And it's about a baby. It started with one sentence. Tia Kemp sat on a podcast couch, leaned in, looked dead in the camera, and said, "Let's be real. That baby ain't walking. He need help. Period." That line, the internet barely had time to breathe. Within minutes, Chrisean clapped back live, screaming into the camera, "Keep my baby out your nasty mouth before I make a house visit." Miss Bitter Grandma energy. And Tia, she didn't flinch. She posted a now viral captioned photo of her and her son, writing, "If Junior gone be in the spotlight comes with pressure. Don't play mommy games if you ain't got mommy strength." Boom, the internet broke in half. What followed? Chaos, Instagram Live battles, fan accounts going wild, celebs picking sides, mothers of special needs children flooding comment sections. The shade turned into fire, and insiders say the drama has now pulled in Blueface's entire family. But what's really turning this into a full-on scandal? A leaked DM, and what's in it might explain everything. The leaked DM, betrayal or setup. Someone allegedly close to Blueface's family sent Tia Kemp a private video. In it, baby Junior, crawling slowly across a hotel floor. The caption, "Tell the world she lying about milestones. This boy need help, not the gram." The message was timestamped days before Tia's podcast clip. So now fans are asking, was Tia talking out of line, or was she speaking from inside info? And who sent that clip? Because if someone in Blueface's camp fed this to Tia, it means one thing: this was a hit. This wasn't random. This was planned. This goes deeper than beef. Let's rewind. Who is Junior? He's the infant son of Chrisean Rock and rapper Blueface from birth. He's been in the public eye, reality shows, hospital runs, music videos, screaming matches, and now this. Fans have praised Chrisean for raising him solo, without Blueface, but critics have called her chaotic and neglectful, especially after recent live streams where she seemed overwhelmed or detached. And Tia Kemp, she's not some random troll. She's hip-hop's OG mama bear, the mother of Rick Ross's eldest son. She's had public beef with rappers, blogs, even courtroom judges. She speaks her mind, and when she does, drama follows. So when she looked into the mic and said, "That baby ain't walking, he need help," she wasn't just poking a bear. She was lighting a match in a room full of gas. The real tension, months in the making. Sources say Tia and Chrisean's beef has been bubbling for months. Tia once DM'd to Blueface, asking about the baby. Chrisean allegedly blocked her, accused her of clout chasing. Tia fired back with an IG live, a lost girl raising a lost boy. Chrisean never forgot. Now, with that leaked DM, people are connecting dots, and the theory gaining traction. Someone in Blueface's circle is setting Chrisean up, maybe out of spite, maybe out of concern, maybe for control. What's next? This isn't just a messy moment, it's a public custody powder keg. Fans are now arguing over whether Junior is being protected or exploited. Celebrities are being asked to take sides. Blueface's mom and sister, quiet, for now, but not for long. Legal experts are chiming in about possible defamation and custody risks. And Chrisean, she's live again as of this minute, holding Junior, voice shaking, still defensive, still angry. "Y'all better stop playing with my baby's name. He healthy, he's smart. And if you mad, he ain't doing what your kid did at 9 months, that's on you." Want me to drop the next part? I can continue with what Blueface finally said about the DM, the legal fallout brewing behind the scenes, how this scandal is now affecting Chrisean's custody situation and future gigs. You ready? For the next fire chapter. Breaking, the baby war just turned dangerous just when it seemed like the dust was settling. Another leak hit the internet, and this time, it's not a screenshot, it's not a petty post, it's not a comment, it's something far more serious and potentially devastating. The chaos timeline. The war just went unusefully. Let's rewind for a second because everything just escalated. Tia podcast jab ignites the fire. That baby ain't walking. He need help. Period. Chrisean breaks silence, crying on IG Live, "My son don't need to walk for your approval. He's still God's child." Blueface's mother, Carissa, enters the chat via leaked FaceTime. "You don't have to lie about milestones just for sympathy and sponsorships." Tia Kemp doubles down in the same call. That baby ain't even standing, and she trying to book club gigs like she at Coachella. Then came the nuke. If I could get custody, I would. Those 10 words. They flipped. The internet, #ProtectJar and #KeepCarissa were trending, but now, here comes the leak that changes everything. The nurse's message, a silent defense turned Eluudin. Anonymous nurse, someone who claims to have been privately hired by Chrisean, dropped a message that quickly exploded across gossip blogs. The nurse wrote, "The baby's not behind. He was born early, but he's doing fine developmentally. She's been on top of everything since day one. Therapists, pediatric neurologist, weekly assessments. That baby is surrounded by love." That single DM turned the narrative upside down. Suddenly, all the people pushing the concern angle looked like they were grasping for clout. Even fans who doubted Chrisean started to say, "Hold on, is this even about the baby anymore?" And Chrisean, she didn't yell, she didn't post paragraphs. She just dropped an Instagram story, a quiet, devastating clapback junior, holding the couch, smiling, standing upright. No caption, no music, just raw proof. The real motive, bitterness. Not concerned with her mother Charla coming forward armed with appointment receipts, therapy, records pediatric evaluations, and calling out Carissa directly. "You're the reason Blueface is the way he is." Fans started to put the pieces together. This wasn't about parenting. It was about power, jealousy, and exposure. But the biggest question now, the final BOMB, what leaked next? Just as the narrative was shifting in Chrisean's favor, another bombshell dropped. And this time, it wasn't a message, a FaceTime, or a tweet, it was a video. And what's in that video might be the undoing of everything. Because if what's rumored is true, it's proof of someone from Blueface's family coaching another family member to publicly drag Chrisean, not for the baby's well-being, not out of concern, but strictly to sabotage her reputation before a custody review date. Coming next, what's in the leaked sabotage video, and who filmed it? Legal teams are now involved. What this could mean for custody rights, Chrisean's next move. Will she sue or stay silent? It all started with 19 seconds, that's right. 19 seconds of audio changed everything. It was a late-night voice note, ALLEGEDLY, recorded by a Blueface affiliate and sent to Tia Kemp, just hours before she dropped that seismic podcast reveal. The message itself, short, ruthless, and chilling. "If you really want to shake things up, talk about that baby. I got footage. I got timestamps. I got a mother who's ready to talk. Say what they won't. She can't stop you, she too busy, chasing clout gigs and letting her mama play doctor." No names were said. But the voice, clear as day to anyone who knows the inner circle. And the mother who's ready to talk. All arrows point to Carissa, Blueface's mom, the very woman who's been quiet publicly while shaping the private narrative for months. That 19-second voice note didn't just plant a seed, it detonated it. The internet felt the tremors. The rumor mill went nuclear. And suddenly, a child, a baby, was dragged into the crosshairs of an escalating war. The aftershock, Chrisean blows within hours. Chrisean went live on Instagram, but this was no tearful apology or humble explanation. This was rage pacing, strained voice, raw fury. "You want to plot against a baby? You want to weaponize my son just to make a point about me? You sick." Her eyes burned with emotion. She called out Tia, Carissa, and anyone she felt was enabling them. It didn't stop at public condemnation. It got personal. "You bring my baby into this again, and I swear to God I'm showing up." No cameras. No filters. Just me. The chat blew up. Comments scrolled by. "Mama Bear unleashed. They're playing with fire. This is crossing every possible line." Her final threat that she would show up in person, unfiltered, wasn't just dramatics. The lounge they'd both been invited to, that very night had quietly mobilized security teams. Because that line, it sounded less like a threat and more like an impending confrontation. The event, two worlds collide now. Picture this. An invite-only industry lounge in LA. Velvet ropes, neon mood lighting, industry, VIPs nursing artisanal cocktails. The kind of place curated for quiet deals and soft chatter. Except it turned into a war zone, just like she said. Both Chrisean and Tia received invites that night. Both would have shown up, both representing polar opposite corners of a feud that had already gone viral. Security was placed at the entrance, briefed on the directive, keep them separated. No physical contact. If voices get too loud, escort them out. Because now, it wasn't about followers or clout. It was corporate, legal, dangerous. Inside, whispers spread faster than champagne bubbles. Chrisean's here, Ti's at the bar, Dad's watching from the sideline. The staff, jittery, shuffled them to opposite areas. Chrisean, near the VIP lounge. Tia, closer to the press backdrop, both flanked by handlers. Both tense, both in fight mode, custody, gridlock, legal moves on the table, but that's not even the rocket fuel part. Across LA, lawyers began working. The clock started on a custody showdown, not filed yet, but primed to go. Court watchers are already speculating. Emergency petitions for custody modifications, protective orders, keeping ex-partners away from school zones, playgrounds, event spaces, evidence logs, using that 19-second voice note and screenshots of threats as imminent risk threats, media injunctions. Trying to keep the kid's name and likeness out of press promos. Everyone's waiting for the first formal filing. Experts say once a live stream voice note escalates into an official legal dispute, the dam breaks. The documents land. Depositions begin. And suddenly this isn't gossip, it's court record. Blueface and Carissa are reportedly denouncing the plot accusation. No baby conversation ever happened. They insist, but their lips are sealed on the audio's authenticity. More hush. More heat, public morality. Firestorm now, this is about morality as much as custody. Media outlets that once glorified their co-parenting drama are spinning crisis stories. TMZ headed an article, From Social Media Flex to Social Service Concern. Radar Online. Is Chrisean making parenting a PR stunt or a suicide pact? Blogs are stacked with think pieces. When co-parenting becomes co-war. Protecting the baby versus protecting the brand. Even former fans are weighing in. Selfies of hugs with the child now filtered with "Where is the baby?" and turn off notifications. The second war. Media blackout versus leak strategy behind the scenes. Trust in media teams has broken. Alleged PR memos have circulated listing demand. Live couples co-appearance. Meet and greet. Podcast sit down with moderated questions. Joint press release focusing on unity. But insiders claim that both sides are now actively leading media tours of their own leaks. Think, I want the side that has a moral win to push the narrative. That way, when the court docations hit, there's already a stacked public narrative. The target who's on the line. Tia Kemp, a non-parent being painted as baby weaponizer blue, and Carissa, alleged influencers of legal threats via audio. Chrisean, ready to go full public, first threatening to crash lounge without filters. Next, potentially the plaintiff in custody and prosecution strategy. What's next? Blink and you'll miss it tonight. Anticipation swells, industry types whisper, waiting to see if either shows up. Tomorrow, lawyers expected to present trial by public opinion memos to outlets. Within 7 days, court filings anticipated, or the world waits for the first affidavit, subpoena, or custody petition. And the kicker, a transcript of that 19-second voice note may wind up included in a judge's docket, making private messages instantly public record. Final breakdown. The stakes custody. Does Chrisean angle to regain soul, declaim shared custody? Will Blue and Carissa respond? Will Tia be named in filings? Morality case. Does public perception now preclude future deals? Does the baby's image become collateral damage? Brand crash. Every business that once sat on her negotiation table is watching. Partner confidence and media viewership votes hinge on the outcome. Legal precedent. Could this reshape how parenting, drama involving influencers and children is handled digitally, legally, ethically? This is more than drama now. This is real battle, real court, real parenting. If the baby war has gone nuclear, consider this your bunker. The next fires will be broadcast unfiltered, with legal backing, and stakes beyond clout. This is custody, reputation, morality, litigation, and it's happening now. Second by second, the world watches. The near face-off. According to eyewitnesses and a doorman, Chrisean showed up early. Hoodie up, locked in, asked directly. Tia, inside. Tia never walked in. She got word, turned around, but the energy inside was electric. People were whispering, screenshotting, preparing for a physical confrontation. Security escorted Chrisean out, but she didn't leave quietly. On her way out, she turned to someone filming and said, "This ain't about me no more. It's about protecting a baby from grown-ups who should know better." Then boom, The legal hite, cease and desist leaked, watermarked, timestamped, sourced from Chrisean's legal team, targets, Kemp, unnamed family member, almost certainly Carissa, message clear. Say one more word about this child's health and we're coming for you. In court, no need for Chrisean to confirm, fans believed it immediately. It spread like wildfire, and suddenly, all the messy posters, all the shady commenters, all the fake concern, started deleting. Quietly, but the silence didn't last. Kemp is allegedly planning to go live this weekend. Sources say she's bringing her own receipts, a medical expert, full reason behind her that baby ain't walking commentif. That's true. This isn't just drama anymore. This is a nuclear broadcast that could either clear her name or bury her in court forever. Culture on fire. Bet dragged. Celebs picking sides. The drama got so loud, Bet's name got pulled in. Celebs had to pick a side or risk looking complicit. Cardi B tweeted, "Y'all always come for women raising babies alone until y'all raise one y'all damn self." No names, no tags. But fans knew. Summer Walker reposted a clip of Chrisean hugging Junior. A mother's love ain't up for debate. Comments exploded. Some loved it. Others said, "You only defending her 'cause y'all both be wilding." The Shade Room, who had been fueling the drama, suddenly deleted their top 3 posts about Junior's development. Fans caught it instantly. Scared of the lawyers or scared of the truth? Y'all loud for mess, quiet for facts. The hashtag Worthin came, the hashtag that scorched the timeline. Hashtag keep the baby out your mouth over. 400,000 posts in less than 8 hours. That hashtag isn't just trending, it's a movement. And now, people aren't just asking, is Junior delayed? Is Chrisean unfit? Is Tia bitter? Is Carissa sabotaging? They're asking, who benefits from tearing down a baby for clout? Here's what's coming next, and fast. Tia's scheduled livestream confirmed or cap. Will the medical expert back her up or backfire? Will Chrisean's team file a suit or just scare the smoke out the room? And what exactly is Bet being accused of behind the scenes? Because this isn't gossip anymore. This is a cultural war over motherhood, power, legacy, and a child caught in the crossfire. Let me know when you're ready for the next leak. Because it's even deeper. We're talking family betrayal, legal tie-ins, and child protective services involvement rumors. Say the word, I'll drop it raw. Tweets. Celebs, influencers, and everyday fans were flooding the timeline with photos of their kids flooded as people showed solidarity, called out hypocrisy, and exposed the dark side of celebrity culture that finds it acceptable to dissect a child's health on public platforms. People began tagging brands to blogs that gave Tia a platform were getting heat in their DMs. Podcasts that joked about the baby were suddenly temporarily disabled for maintenance. Sponsors who had previously featured Carissa in IG promos, unfollowed, scrubbed, then Bet, got dragged in, not because they were directly involved, but because an old clip resurfaced from a previous Chrisean red carpet appearance. In it, a host jokingly asked, "So is Junior walking yet, or nah?" The clip didn't age well. Now, people are demanding answers. Bet, where's the accountability? Why are you pushing Black women into motherhood-centered interviews while ignoring the toxic scrutiny that follows them? Bet hasn't responded yet, but their recent posts about the upcoming awards show are flooded with angry comments. Chrisean deserves an apology. Protect Black moms, even the messy ones. And until y'all speak on this, we're not watching. Meanwhile, Tia Kemp, silent. She hasn't gone live, hasn't posted, hasn't explained a thing since the leaked FaceTime and voice memo dropped. But a rumor backed by at least 2 gossip insiders claims she's holding out because a major blogger offered her a check to do an exclusive tell-all. If true, this story's about to reach a whole new level of nasty. And the twist that really got people talking? Blueface himself, yes, him, was seen on IG Live late last night laughing at a meme mocking Junior's crawling video. No words. Just a laugh. Just a repost. Fans saw it. So did Chrisean. And guess what she did? She went quiet again. She deleted her stories and posted one sentence. "I see it all. And I ain't done." Holding footage that could shut Carissa down, expose Tia, and maybe even prove the whole thing was a setup, nobody knew for sure. But what everyone did know was this: Chrisean wasn't done. Tia was still silent. Carissa kept circling the line between defiance and exposure, and still laughing from the sidelines. But the real question was, when that video dropped, whose story would fall apart first? Would it reveal the truth, or be the final nail in someone's coffin? It happened at 8:03 p.m. No warning. No countdown. Chrisean posted the video, the one titled "Play This When They Lie Again." When people hit play, the internet went still. Because what they saw, so calculated, so brutal, so undeniable, even her worst haters had to pause. The clip opened. In a quiet pediatric therapy room, there was JR, sitting on a playmat, a therapist gently guiding his movements. You could hear her voice. "He's making amazing progress. We're well within a normal range, especially considering his age and birth history." Chrisean didn't speak. No narration, just her filming. Silent, then cut. A speakerphone recording. Carissa's voice, unmistakable. "I don't care what no therapist said. That baby behind they just telling her what she wanna hear." That one line confirmed everything. She wasn't concerned. She was lying, and Chrisean had the receipts. Then came the final shot. Chrisean's phone screen. A screen recording showing Tia Kemp's name beside a like on one of Carissa's posts. Just 3 days before her now infamous podcast aired. So now, it's confirmed. This wasn't concern. It wasn't coincidence, it was coordinated. The clip was only 2 minutes long, but it shattered the internet. People reposted it with captions like, "She dropped it like it was a verse." This, the kind of video that makes lawsuits disappear. She spun the block with Wi-Fi and proof. Even major blogs that were neutral, Hollywood unlocked. The Neighborhood Talk started posting side-by-sides of the video and the podcast, captioned, "The math not mathing," and in the comments, Tia got turned into public enemy number 1. Over 40,000 people flooded her last IG post. Ti's Twitter locked. And just when we thought it couldn't get worse, it did. An unreleased clip leaked from her now cancelled podcast episode, where she mocked Junior's speech, even using a fake baby voice. The clip was disgusting. And it spread fast. Even former defenders started deleting tweets and issuing public apologies. She tried to go live once, but it crashed before she even got 2 sentences in. Her team, silent. Even Rick Ross, who's had his own history with Tia, liked a post that said, "Not all mothers deserve microphones." Carissa, she posted a single emoji to her IG story, because she knew. Everyone knew. But then came the kicker. At 11:57 p.m., Chrisean posted a follow-up story. A dark room. Her whispering to the camera, "That was the first file. I got 5 more. Next one's about what really happened when y'all tried to take my baby. Don't forget, y'all started this. I'm just finishing it. No bluff, no drama. Just cold truth, wrapped in vengeance." And the internet, waiting, watching, shook. Less than 24 hours later, Los Angeles County Family Services started trending on Twitter. Why? Because a well-known media lawyer, who's handled multiple celebrity custody cases, tweeted, "If those recordings are legit, what Carissa and Tia did could qualify as malicious interference in a custody situation. That's court-worthy." Real talk. The internet went wild. Fans started pulling receipts, including one from earlier this year when Chrisean had a surprise wellness check at her house. At the time, she brushed it off like it was routine, but now, people were asking, was it really a random check, or did someone in Blueface's camp trigger it? Then came the nuke. A burner account posted an unsealed court record from 2 months ago. Chrisean had been investigated for parental neglect. But the case was closed almost immediately due to insufficient evidence and no signs of harm. The document, a cruel twist. The paperwork was clean, formal, in her own handwriting. K. Saffold filed under her full legal signature. The date stamped 2 weeks ago, and right there, in black and white, the accusation, "Baby appears delayed. Suspect mother is not engaging with pediatric development." This wasn't a whisper. This wasn't a threat. This was a direct allegation. A claim that Chrisean wasn't doing enough for her child's early development. A claim made by the baby's grandmother. What made it burn hotter wasn't just who filed it, but what it was: a special request to involve state intervention, possibly leading to forced home visits, mandated therapy, or worst-case scenario, custody reevaluations. The blowback, social media in uproar when news of the filing leaked. The internet erupted. Chrisean responded with a single tweet at 3 a.m. Raw with hurt and fury. "You called the state on your own grandson and thought I'd never find out." It hit like a viral grenade. Within 5 hours, over 1 million likes. Influencers, celebrities, and professional moms rushed to her defense. High-profile names unfollowed Carissa on Instagram in public. One post said, "This ain't tough love, this is betrayal masquerading as concern." Another added, "You don't love a child by weaponizing them. Shame." What followed was a wave of outrage, support for Chrisean, mistrust of Carissa, and questions about where family boundaries should actually exist. The family rift, trust torn apart. This wasn't just family drama. It was a fracturing of trust broadcast for the world to dissect. Chrisean, now painted as the wronged mother, cornered by her own child's grandmother. Carissa Saffold, labeled by millions as the villain, the one cynically turning love into leverage. Blueface caught in the crossfire. Between his mom's allegations and his son's mother's war machine, every tweet now includes the baby. Every repost mentions my grandson. Every encore performance questions motivation. Is it protection? Or is it power? The stakes: custody, reputation, responsibility. This isn't just narrative anymore. This is legal piping hot. The state can now open an official case file. Pediatric assessments can be subpoenaed, court-appointed, evaluators could be assigned. Custody arrangements might be radically reshaped. For Chrisean, the stakes are life-changing. One breach in the allegations, one dropped appointment or missed session, and the message can be twisted. See, evidence. Whether deserved or not, it's now a weapon. Public morality and viral sympathy. What was once private is now a morality crusade. Baristas, attorneys, influencers, they're all lining up online with the hashtag #StandWithMama. They're making Chrisean a mother hero in a battle against cold, calculated family tactics. But critics argue, state intervention can help. Maybe Carissa just wants what's best. Yet most people aren't buying it. They're calling it betrayal, a grandmother's ultimate misstep. What comes next? Chrisean will need to document everything: pediatric records, learning sessions, therapy checks. Carissa will have to defend her intentions in front of judges and possibly explain why she went legal. Blueface is likely to be summoned to testify, to choose sides, to face family and public scrutiny. One thing's clear: this tweet wasn't just a retort. It was a battle flag. 1 million likes, can't lie. And now the whole world's watching. This is hate disguised as concern. Not with beef, not with drama, with backup. Yap, she posted an IG story of a baby walking toward the camera with the caption, "You don't have to walk on time. Just walk when you're ready." #AbFenty, #AbJunior. Fans immediately lost their minds. Not only was she supporting Chrisean, the baby in the clip was her own son. That was Rihanna saying loud and clear, "Every child grows at their own pace. Back off." Then came the real shocker. An insider from Chrisean's circle DM'd a blogger and dropped a wild bombshell. Rihanna has been mentoring her. Behind the scenes, silent support, helping her navigate motherhood and the industry. And get this, the blog confirmed it. Rihanna is allegedly Junior's unofficial godmother. Once that hit, game over. People who were hating 2 days ago were now suddenly praising Chrisean's growth. Podcasters who clowned her last week, now posting TikToks apologizing. Brands that stayed quiet before, reaching out again. One haircare brand posted, "We stand with mothers who stand alone and still show up strong." But while Chrisean was finally catching a break, Tia Kemp's world was crumbling. Her upcoming guest spot on a Bet Digital roundtable cancelled. Podcast promo deal gone. Comments disabled. And the internet still hadn't forgotten that mocking baby voice clip. Just when you thought Chrisean had said everything, she opened IG and posted a new reel. Black screen. Text only. Next video drops at 6 p.m. I'm not done exposing what y'all tried to take from me. Y'all wanted drama, here comes truth. Then a blurry thumbnail appears. Looks like a court document. Title: Blueface vs. Rock emergency custody filing. Confidential. That post alone, 4.2 million views in under 2 hours. Now the question was real. Did Blueface actually try to take Junior? And who else knew? At exactly 6 p.m., the video dropped. Black screen. Gavel sound. Then, a slow zoom into a stamped legal document, partially blurred. But one thing clear as day. Emergency custody request. Blueface J. Porter v. Chrisean Malone. Date: exactly 1 week after the infamous FaceTime between Tia and Carissa. The video scrolls slowly through the paperwork. It shows that Blueface, backed by a private family attorney, filed for emergency temporary custody of Junior, citing medical neglect and lack of developmental progress. But here's the twist. The court denied the request. Why? Because Blueface provided no direct evidence. and the concerns submitted by third parties, Carissa and Tia, weren't legally valid. Sources. Then came the bombshell. A leaked voicemail, allegedly from Blueface's attorney, left on a paralegal's voicemail. Recorded, timestamped, very real. We'll need more substantial evidence if we're going to push this through. The grandmother's comments. Won't hold up in court. Get me footage. Medical reports. Something we can use. That was the moment Chrisean had them. They weren't just coming for her online, they were coming for her child. In court, behind closed doors, and they failed. Then the screen cuts to security cam footage. Chrisean walking out of the courthouse. No cameras. No makeup. Holding Junior close to her chest. Smiling. Screen goes black. One final message flashes across. You tried to take him from me. Now watch what I take from you. Boom. The reel ends. Instagram crashes. People lose their minds. Comments flood in. She's not a fighter anymore. She's a mother at war. Court-approved clapback. Legendary. She just turned bet drama into a Netflix documentary in real time. Tia's name starts trending again. But this time, not for what she said. For what she helped enable. Same question. Was Tia just talking mess, or was she quietly helping build a custody case behind the scenes? The story doesn't stop there. A reporter from a verified legal blog dropped an update. Chrisean's legal team is filing a formal counterclaim. Not just to block custody, to terminate Blueface's parental rights. The grounds: emotional weaponization and public defamation of a minor. If granted, Blueface could lose all legal say over Junior permanently. Carissa posted a reaction video, sobbing, saying she just wanted to help her grandson, but no one's buying it. The comments are brutal. Even her own followers are turning on her. But here's the last twist, and it's not what's in the video. It's what WASN single quotes, T, because at exactly 7:42 p.m., Chrisean tweeted, "That was part 2. The next one got voice notes from both of them, Tia and Carissa. And it's not about the baby. It's about the money." Now fans are scrambling. What money? Was there a payout? Was this entire thing a setup, a move to paint her as an unfit mother? For a price, all signs point to something way bigger than messy internet drama. This wasn't about a baby crawling. This was about someone trying to take a child and get paid doing it. And Chrissy, she's got the files. And she's dropping them tomorrow. The cliffhanger is brutal. The internet's on edge. And your viewers. They'll do anything to hear what comes next. Because you've seen the voicemails. You've heard the receipts. And now, the truth is wide open. This wasn't a slip-up. This wasn't drama. This was a premeditated hit job on a mother and her child. Plotted behind phone screens. And paid for in silence. But Chrisean didn't fold. She didn't cry. She documented everything. So now we want to hear from you. Should Chrisean release the full FaceTime video or wait for court? Did Blueface's silence make him complicit? Is this the end for Carissa and Tia? Or just the beginning of even more madness? Hit that subscribe button if you believe real mothers deserve real protection, no matter how messy the past. Smash that like if you're here for the truth, not the filtered fake sympathy. Turn on notifications, because when that FaceTime video drops, we're going frame by frame, bar by bar, lie dash by dash lie dot, and in part 5 we're breaking down the legal strategy behind Chrisean's next move, how Rihanna might play a role in court, and the explosive moment that could turn Bet's silence into a lawsuit. This ain't over. This is just the start of the takedown. Asterisk asterisk stay loud. Stay locked in, and don't blink, because the next leak might break more than just the internet. It might break reputations. Permanently.